The story of Master Oogway is one of the most drastic examples of fumbling the bag in the history of social media. In an era where creators are constantly warned about the dangers of chasing short-term shock value over long-term sustainability, Oogway serves as a case study for what happens when a creator ignores every warning sign. In the massive year of 2025, his name is no longer synonymous with funny voice impressions or viral memes. Instead, it's a cautionary tale of a creator who traded a 7 million subscriber empire for a desperate, failed legal battle and a pivot into the volatile world of crypto scams. The humble origins, the master of impressions. Master Oogway didn't start his journey as a controversial figure. In fact, his beginnings were remarkably wholesome and rooted in genuine talent. Using the name of the wise tortoise from the Kung Fu Panda franchise, he began his career by doing high-quality voice impressions of the character. His username, Master Oogway, was a direct nod to this, and his content was perfectly tailored for the YouTube Shorts and TikTok generation. His early videos were simple. He would take the calm, sagely tone of Grand Master Oogway and apply it to modern, mundane, or slightly absurd situations. It was the kind of content that appealed to a younger audience, harmless, recognizable, and highly shareable. This formula worked brilliantly. Within a short period, he wasn't just another voice actor, he was a viral sensation. He was posting consistently, sometimes multiple times a day, and the algorithms rewarded his persistence. The era of dominance, building the empire. As his popularity grew, Oogway proved that he understood the mechanics of the internet better than most. He didn't just stick to one account, he built a content empire. At his peak, he managed a fleet of accounts across YouTube and TikTok, each focusing on slightly different niches: voiceovers, reaction videos, and meme commentary. This was the era of the Chad face meme. The internet was obsessed with the idea of being based, and the stylized, hyper-masculine Giga Chad face became the universal symbol for a supposedly superior opinion. Master Oogway capitalized on this trend with surgical precision. He would take a trending video, react to it using the Chad face, and instantly generate millions of views. He was essentially printing engagement. By late 2022 and early 2023, he had reached a staggering milestone: 7 million subscribers on YouTube and billions of views across his various platforms. He was, for all intents and purposes, the face of YouTube Shorts. The fatal pivot, chasing the shock value. However, low-effort reaction content has a shelf life. Master Oogway likely realized that his Chad face reactions were a fast food form of content, highly consumable but ultimately forgettable. To stay relevant, he felt the need to evolve. Unfortunately, his chosen direction was edgy humor. He began testing the waters with jokes that pushed the boundaries of social acceptability. It started with fantasies about men and strange, absurdist humor, but quickly spiraled into content that many viewers found genuinely offensive. He began creating videos that played on racial stereotypes, specifically targeting the Black community. One infamous example involved a comparison between the market value of soccer star Kylian Mbappe and historical slavery prices, punctuated with the word inflation. Another video joked about gathering all the Black people in your city by offering a discounted KFC. While Oogway defended these as just jokes, the metrics told a deeper story. These controversial videos often outperformed his standard content by a wide margin. The shock value was a drug. It brought in massive views and sparked heated debates in the comments, which only further boosted his visibility. For a creator addicted to the high of viral success, the line between funny and hateful began to blur until it disappeared entirely. The collapse, from edgy to terminated. The downward spiral accelerated when Oogway's behavior caught the attention of platform moderators. TikTok was the first to act, banning his main account, which had amassed 2.7 million followers. For most creators, a ban of this magnitude would be a wake-up call, a moment for self-reflection and a return to the content that made them successful. Master Oogway did the opposite. He moved his most extreme content to YouTube, thinking he was too big to fail. He began using racial slurs in his videos, even filming a reveal video where he claimed his ancestry gave him permission to use the N-word. The absolute breaking point came with the release of a song titled "Adolf H is my N-word. This wasn't just edgy humor, it was a blatant violation of YouTube's hate speech policies. In a swift and decisive move, YouTube terminated his primary channel. In a single day, Oogway lost 7 million subscribers and a monthly viewership of 500 million. His immediate reaction was not an apology, but a plea for sympathy on Twitter, X. He accused YouTube of unfair treatment and even begged other creators like MrBeast to intervene. The response from the community, however, was cold. Instead of the wave of support he expected, he was met with celebration. The ratio on his posts was legendary, with former fans telling him he had fallen off and that his descent into racism had ruined his legacy. The legal Hail Mary, suing the giant. Throughout 2024 and into early 2025, Oogway's desperation reached new heights. After failing to bypass his ban by creating secret alt accounts, which were quickly found and deleted by YouTube's automated systems, he decided to take the ultimate gamble. He sued Google. On December 11, 2024, he announced that he was taking legal action in the Netherlands, claiming that his termination violated the Digital Services Act, DSA. He sought a preliminary injunction to have his channel reinstated immediately. To the legal community and the general public, the lawsuit was a laughingstock. The idea that a creator could violate clear hate speech policies and then force a multi-billion-dollar platform to host them was legally flimsy at best. By early 2025, the verdict came in. Oogway lost. The Amsterdam District Court rejected his application, ruling that the platform had the right to enforce its terms of service. His attempt to play the victim of censorship card had failed in the eyes of the law. 2025, the king of unemployment. Today, the state of Oogway's career is a shadow of its former glory. He has attempted to transition to platforms like Kick and Twitch, but the transition has been brutal. Without the massive reach of the YouTube and TikTok algorithms, his live streams often struggle to break double-digit viewership. In some clips, he can be seen celebrating a world record of just 45 live viewers, a heartbreaking statistic for someone who used to reach 500 million people a month. Even at the age of 27, his content remains stagnant. He continues to lean into the same shock value tropes, asking his small audience for the N-word pass and repeating memes that have been dead for years. His latest venture is perhaps the most telling sign of his decline: crypto meme coins. His Twitter profile is now a constant stream of promotions for a coin called "Don't Buy This Coin." It's a classic clout chaser to crypto scammer pipeline. He is no longer an entertainer, he is a promoter for volatile digital assets, begging for engagement on posts that rarely crack 30 likes. A generational falloff. The fumble of Master Oogway is generational because it was entirely preventable. He had the voice, the personality, and the technical knowledge of the algorithm to be a permanent fixture in the digital landscape. He could have been a voice actor, a clean comedian, or a successful commentator. Instead, he chose to trade a lifetime of influence for a few months of edgy notoriety. His story ends with him stuck in a loop of trying to recreate 2022. He still posts the occasional tutorial on TikTok, which sometimes garners views because it lacks the toxic elements of his other content, but the trust with his audience is broken. He serves as a reminder to every aspiring creator: the internet has a long memory, and while edginess might get you views today, it can cost you your entire future tomorrow. The legacy of Master Oogway lies not in his specific actions, but in the pattern of his fall. He embodies the fear that many creators harbor, the idea that success could be temporary and rented, and that just as quickly as the algorithm elevates you, it can cast you aside. But what complicates this narrative is the realization that the algorithm didn't betray him. It did exactly what it was designed to do. What makes Master Oogway's collapse extra painful is how many clean exit ramps existed. At multiple points, Oogway could have pivoted away from reaction slop and entered into legitimacy. His voice impressions alone opened doors to animation, dubbing, narration, or even mainstream comedy writing. He had brand recognition, algorithmic trust, and a massive subscriber base, the three hardest things to acquire online. Instead, every pivot he attempted went in the opposite direction.
higher risk, lower longevity. Even after the first platform ban, redemption was possible. Many creators have lost accounts and rebuilt successfully by taking accountability and rebranding.